It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the BYU Cougars offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't...
It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Lost to throw again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. BYU has this offense clicking. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Caught it near the sticks. It's Burks. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Kinsey. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Washington State's offense has the ball for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just
and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pick off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
And you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Maryland proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Terps team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me.
Quickly complete.
We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. This quarterback, part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again up 10-3. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle for the 1st down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kinsey. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
Pass interference. Defense.
How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. it'll be a long film study for him.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Figueroa. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The give from the gun. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Turning it on. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Spins away from the defender. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. That is no good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
RPO complete to open the drive. Still running at the 40. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Here's the pressure. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. A sky-high punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. He'll start this drive firing. Now adjusting. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now the play fake. Fires it incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13.
Washington State, 3.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Finds his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Hold.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
The Cougars will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's got his man across the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Takes the easy one to the back. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. A harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll leave it with him. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. The Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Hauls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Red pass is complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll try to sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Reels it in down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, BYU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on it. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Washington State, 6.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on them.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They've done such a good job recruiting D linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
Washington State will have to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The pull and throw off the RPO. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Gore.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Washington State, 6.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Right back to the well. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Calls his own number. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. On fourth down, going to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. Looking to throw on first down. This time on target. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, BYU! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Well, they go back to the option play, and now this is the second time, Bob, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Feet.
There he goes. Oh, he's still got more. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Takes a shot. Complete to the left. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change it.
It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Unloads quickly. Smashes ahead. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Cougar! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll run play action. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And you want that clock to run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.